It's barely 24 hours after 6 lions were killed by Maasai Morans in Kitengela. Another attack occurred on livestock at 2 a.m. some 3 kilometers from yesterday's incident, and this time 6 goats, 1 sheep and a cow fell prey to the lions. While these incidents are not new, it is surprising that the government has allowed human settlement on a clear migration corridor.
Yes, we know Kitengela is a corridor, but that corridor is somebody's land. Now, according to the laws which were passed by Parliament last month, the 3 land laws, we are now supposed to map all wildlife corridors and dispersal areas. And then the government will make a decision what to do if those corridors and dispersal areas are already occupied by people.
How then would the government turn a blind eye on parcels of land being sold, knowing only too well the danger posed to both humans, their livestock and wildlife?
When you say who allowed, there was no law that restricted transactions about land to happen in Kitengela. Because these lands in Kitengela are individual parcels. This is somebody's free land. So the only avenue for the state is to procure that land.
Kama wanyama wanaingilia mfugo zetu, alafu tunarudi tunaambiwa tutastakiwa. Hiyo sio nzuri. Tunataka MP wetu mwenye ambaye atatetea mambo kama hiyo.
Currently, there's no law on compensation for livestock and crops across the country. KWS says it has tried to come up with some formula for Kitengela, which is considered especially unique. Yet, even in Kitengela, the KWS compensates at 3,000 shillings each for a goat and a sheep lost and 15,000 shillings for a cow lost, paltry sums which are nowhere near the market value of the animals. From the Nairobi National Park to here, the Athi Plains, is this the migration corridor that is fast being encroached by human population at a staggering 8% growth every year. And to solve this are 2 schools of thought. Either close this migration window from the park, forcing the wildlife out of the natural habitat pattern, or procure the land parcels and allow migration to continue. The government acted fast on Mau, terming it a catchment area, and if this was deemed valuable enough to the country as KWS says it is, then government should by now have acted on a problem that is more than 2 decades in the making. Now, the KWS may indeed talk tough about arrest and prosecution of those behind the killings of wildlife, but the rate at which it compensates for property and livestock and the government's apparent apathy towards the situation makes it too dicey for black and white answers. Jacque Maribe for News at 8.